For real, for real.
What up, Mr. Moore? More fit, more life, more everything. Another question I always get: should I work abs? How often should they work abs? Do I work abs? How often do I do abs? All these other questions. And they asking me about certain exercises, especially the one where you see somebody holding the weight to their side, doing like this. You can't even see my whole body, but you know what I'm talking about. Somebody grab a plate, a dumbbell, something, doing this right here. It's a workout. It is working a muscle, but for 9 times out of 10, the desired result that that person is doing it for, to lose fat, trying to burn their love handles, it's not gonna do it. It's not gonna cut it. Sorry, but you see everybody in the gym doing it for some reason, especially new people. And because I'm not judging, because they don't know, I was there one time too. But if you see someone trying to do that because they want to learn this, you know what I'm saying, they fine everywhere else, but they just want to lose this right here, so they go to the gym and grab a weight and be leaning and rocking with it, just go ahead and tell them stop, because that's not going to reach their goal. Really burning that fat to be able to see your abs that are already there in your oblique muscles, that's going to be done all in the kitchen. But like I was saying, a lot of people ask me, should they even work abs? You're going to see some guys that say, I don't work abs. I don't have to work abs. To each his own. There is many exercises, compound movements where you're using big muscle groups to where you're using your abs, because you actually are using your abs a majority of the time that you're in an upright position to support yourself. So if you're doing overhead movements, lifting weight over your head, squatting, deadlifts, doing those foundational movements, you are using your core, and you should be. That should be a very important part of that movement. But it depends on what you want. If you're doing it just for aesthetic reasons, just trying to show those abs and develop those abs, then yes, you want to do a decent amount of core work, low back pain, things like that. You need to work your core to help support that. It all connects. You have this front part, this the washboard part, that's the rectus abdominis. You have your internal, external obliques on the side. It helps with the rotational movements. And everything ties in transverse abdominis. That's like your natural weight belt that goes and wraps around, and that goes around and connects in the back with your to your lower back. Now name every single muscle and all that good stuff, but all that helps. So don't think of just abs. When you think of abs, think of just that show muscle which you see. And when you think of core, I like to tell people, think of like the whole structure. Just like, say, take this can. If you ever seen, like in a grocery store, there's that pallets and pallets and pallets of sodas on top of each other. But if you like that, now that can is just gonna bend. You can't set the same amount of weight on it real easy. It's just gonna bend. The same thing as far as you. So for overall health, back, decreasing low back pain, things like that, definitely you want to work core. And that's just not just the little baby crunches. That means like some kind of rotational movement, Russian twists, wood choppers, planks, things like that, that's really functional and going to be useful in your everyday life, and things like that, especially with carrying kids, all that type of stuff. That's going to help out in the long run. Oh, you know me, I'm always talking about functional, survival mindset and all that good stuff. That core strength, you know what I'm saying, you want that core strength and your leg power. That's where your punch is gonna come from. You need that. You need that to create that torque. Get that power behind your punches. All that, trying to defend yourself. All that good stuff. I was doing defensive tactics training one time, and I was up against a guy that benched like maybe 200 pounds more than me at the time. So I'm gonna just say he probably could bench 450, 500 at the most, but somewhere around it. It was up there, that number of pounds. And we got the locking up, got the grappling. He started to pick me up. I thought I was about to go for a ride. I was scared to death, I ain't gonna lie to you. But I was just gonna take my whipping like a man. Was about to go for the ride. Next thing I know, I shifted. I just didn't want to get slammed too hard. Next thing I know, I was picking him up. Because he had that just bench press type of power. But when it came to that functional strength in the core and things like that, didn't have anything. So I pretty much overpowered him with my core. But he bench press was technically stronger than me. So after that day, I took my core strength very seriously. But that's another story for another day. But definitely I recommend training your core, not just abs. But if your main concern is abs, definitely train abs. You can train them, I say 3 times a week. It's just like any other muscle. You need times to recover. When you're sleeping, when you're recovering, that's when you're actually building the muscle, so you don't have to work them every day. Doing something small, not killing them every day. Just like a small quick workout, or like a 1 or 2 exercises before. Nothing's wrong with that. That's a kind of an endurance muscle. You can't just like build that muscle but so big because you use it all the time, kind of like your calf muscle. So you have to train it decently, train it a little differently. And another benefit of training your core is when you're trying to get lean, you're trying to get that summer body, say you just been maintaining, hanging out, say this winter you've been working out, staying steady, and you actually work your abs all throughout and develop them some. When you're dieting down, when you're getting leaner, you can see them sooner. So for some people, you've ever seen a skinny person, someone that's skinny, that lost weight, and they still really don't have that deep cut in their abs like you may see on the magazines and stuff, like, and you wonder why. It's like, dang, if you that skinny and you still ain't got abs, like, it's just because his abdominal wall is not as developed as it could be. So if that's one of your desires, just like myself, I still got a little roll right here, and even though I have a little fat roll right here myself, you can still see my ab shadow. I can flex and still see my abs. So for me, that gives me a little comfort. I'm not like mentally stressed out or like I gotta get shredded and all this other stuff. I'm at maybe 12, 13, 15 at the most % body fat, and you can see the shadow of my abs already. I ain't mad at that. I don't have to kill myself, stress myself out, starve myself basically to get all that. So, and that helps out with the process too, if abs is your main goal. So depends on what you want. Should you work abs? Yes. How often? I say 3 times a week, 2-3 exercises. Simple enough. But like I said, if you do compound movements, functional movements, things where you're actually using your core, you will have some type of abs once you get lean enough to see them. But getting lean enough is from the kitchen, you know, so from the cooking, the diet, and the nutrition. So that's it. I ain't trying to talk your head off. Yeah, work them abs. Videos help you. Hit the like button, comment, share, like. Yeah, I just said that. I'm tired, excuse me. That's why I got the monster. Need one-on-one training, online training. You need anything fitness, let me know. I got you. Yeah. Comment, let me know anything else you want me to talk about. Peace out. See you tomorrow.